Wake up. Time to do your fencing practice. Mom, it's a pandemic. I don't want to do fencing practice. There's not even anyone here to fence with. Wrong. You have your vacuum cleaner. What? Yes. I am going to show you 10 drills, 10 fencing drills that you can do with your upright vacuum cleaner today so that you can get your fencing practice in and be 10 times better when you go back to class and kick everyone's trash. Before we start, let's go over the rules. You know the rules. We've done this so many times, old hat. Okay? Number 1, use common sense. You're a fencer. You have common sense. You're smart. Fencing is for smart people. Okay. Number 2, know when to stop. Is your mom walking through the hall? Is your dog under your feet? Where's your little brother and sister? What's going on around you? Maybe you should stop. Check it out. Make sure you're not going to injure anyone. Okay, use your brain. Okay, number 3, have fun. Fencing, woot, we love it. Okay, make sure it's fun. If it's not fun, I don't even know what you're doing. Number 4, perfect focus is better than perfect fencing. Let's face it, it's not perfect. Your fencing's not perfect. My fencing's not perfect. No one's fencing is perfect, okay? Get over it. Instead, perfect focus, have goals. Try to reach your goals. Get down on guard, have a nice on guard. When you hit, breathe, meditate, feel good, okay? Perfect focus. And then last, probably the most important thing, you participate at your own risk. You are responsible for yourself, for your surroundings, for your family, for your house. Don't be a lunatic with a sword just running around. You're a fencer. You have knowledge. You have skills, apocalyptic skills. Use them, okay? Be responsible. Thank you. All right, next. Here we go. Here's our station. I've set up our workout station here. I've got my upright vacuum. Don't use your Roomba. It's not going to work, or whatever those robot vacuums are called. It's not going to work out. Okay, use your upright vacuum. All right. I put mine on a step stool. On an aerobic step. This is my target, Ralph. Ralph has some limitations, as you may notice. Okay, so I put my upright vacuum right about the height that Ralph's arm would be if I was really fencing him, instead of him just sleeping through the entire plague. Okay. Also, one other tip is that it might be helpful for you to do your stuff near a mirror where you can see yourself fencing, where you can like look in the mirror and make sure that you have an on guard. And this is my home studio. You don't have a home studio? I didn't know other people didn't have studios. Some people have dogs. Some people have horses. I have a home studio. Okay. Yeah, so get in front of your mirror so that you can look at yourself, check it out, make sure it looks all beautiful, do a little dance, get loose. Okay, now that you're ready, and I assume you've done like some warm-ups of some kind. Okay, now that you're ready, drill number 1, press, beat a tuck, okay? So for this drill, you're gonna use the little bit of the curve of your blade. That's what you're gonna catch the opponent's blade with. And we're really working on increasing our awareness of what our fingers are feeling. So much information travels through your opponent's blade. You miss out on it. Miss out on valuable things that can help you make your decision and help you frame a strategy if you're not paying attention to what you're feeling with your hand and your fingers, okay? So that's what this drill is designed to do. Get on guard, make sure everything looks pretty. Point above the bell guard, a little bit above the elbow, okay? So you're gonna start with your hands supinated, and then you're gonna pronate, okay? So here we go. Then you're gonna just kind of press on that a little bit, feel it, so that you can, we're mapping your brain. You know, when the pressure is on, you don't have time for all this. Your brain needs to know exactly which thing to do next. When it's all going really fast and about, you don't have that kind of time to work through it all. So that's what we're doing right now, is working through the details. But when there are other people around, it's so much more fun to just fence other people. Sometimes we forget to do these really helpful detail drills. Okay, so Catch the blade, feel it, extend and hit. And you can do that with all 4 lines. Catch the blade in 6, feel it, extend and hit. Right? Catch the blade in 7, feel it, extend and hit. Draw a line, draw a mental line between your point and the target when you're doing this action, okay? All 4 lines. Some of these I might show you all 4 lines. Some of these I probably will only show you in the 4 line, but you're smart, you can figure it out. Figure it out, okay? Number 2, sharp beat attack, okay? So this is designed to be quick, designed to really get the referee's attention. Hey, this is my attack, and then finish it. It's supposed to be quick. Start out kind of slow, and then increase your speed as you go, okay? So get on guard, start out slow, ba, 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 ba. Then start to increase speed, ba, 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 da, 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 da. Okay, and see, everyone misses. I mess up too. Da, da. Okay, as fast as you can go while making it crisp and easy to see. Okay, number 3. Number 3, a riposte with opposition. Okay, so for this one, you're gonna go ahead and do that same parry, whatever parry you were just working on, and then you're gonna keep your blade in that line so that any remise that might be happening on that line gets closed out, and it's one light. One light, woo! I should have a t-shirt that says, yes, get one light. All referee arguments completely obliterated with one light. All right, so here we go. Parry 4, keep your blade on that line so that they can't remise to hit. Okay, if your vacuum moves just a little bit, you know you're doing it right. Okay, you can do it on all 4 lines. Turn this from here to here just a little bit. Okay, there. Keep it on that line and hit. Okay, memorize where your hand is, where your bell guard and your hand is in relation to your shoulder. That's very helpful. Okay, number 4, press parry and then a counter parry. Okay, so Ralph he's not willing to participate with me. He's just a passive participant. So I'm gonna be both blades. I'm gonna really engage my brain for the first press, then I'm gonna release and do a sharp parry hit, okay? That way I'm making my brain think about both things. It's really just as good as doing it with someone else because you're actually doing both parts. Okay, so here we go. Press, feel it, release, sharp beat hit, okay? Press, sharp beat hit. You can increase the speed of the second action, okay? So first action, take your time, and then don't mess up. Or if you do mess up, breathe, okay? Ba, 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 okay? Number 5, all 4 parries with riposte in succession. Okay, so just like if you were a musician and you're like playing the piano or the violin or the guitar and you play a note, it's so helpful for you to say the name of the note while you're playing it. The same thing applies here in fencing. We are mapping our brains, okay? So parry 4, hit. Parry 6, hit. All 4 lines, maybe start backwards. 8, 7, then 6, then 4. Maybe go across. 4, then 7, then 6, then 8. Do them however you want, but the whole idea is to be able to recall them exactly when you need it, instantly, okay? So, parry 4, hit. Parry 6, hit. Parry 7, hit. Parry 8, hit, okay? All right, and then if you can do that faster and faster and faster with good technique, that's fantastic. Okay, number 6, disengage and coupe. Okay, so for this one, measure your vacuum from your target and move it back so that it goes from about the bell guard to the target area, okay? All right, and then step back. So you should be able to lunge at least the length of your weapon, okay? You should be able to lunge that far, okay? Put it on the ground and test it out. You should be able to lunge that far, okay? If you can't lunge the length of your weapon, that's something you should work on. Okay, so we're here, and what we're gonna do, I'm gonna move it over a little bit. I have to move it over from the last one. I wanna line that up right where Ralph's bell guard is. See, so I want it to be straight in right from where Ralph's bell guard is. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to start here. And I'm going to finish my step. I'm going to take a really small step, okay? Tiny, and then the feet, distance between my feet. Okay, small step, and I should be right here. And then disengage, lunge. Okay, in reality, you're probably going to disengage closer. Okay, but for this drill, for practicing, we're trying to make a standard of measurement out of our lunge so that you know how far away your opponent is at all times using the lunge as a measurement. You can say, oh, this is about a half lunge away, or this is about 2 lunges away, or a lunge and a half away. We're going to use that as our own personal standard of measurement. So that's one of the things we're practicing. But then you're also going to practice keeping that point right around the handle. Okay, so that makes a nice, small, little semicircular disengage. Okay, so one more time, we're coming here, put it right there, disengage, finish. Okay? All right, and then you can do the same thing with a coupe, obviously. Here, cut over, and finish. Or if you're a flicker and if you have a nice target like I do, or if you have a boxing bag, or get creative about your target. You can use like a sewing form, like the form that you sew on. So many things. You can just put your fencing gear on your friend and teach them how to stand on guard, and they can help you, okay? So here we go. So standing here, take our small step in. We're going to coupe, click. All right? Number 7. Gosh, it's taking so long just to explain this. Okay, number 7, one of my personal favorites. We're going to attack, and then we're going to counterattack with a closeout afterwards. We're going to do both actions because we're going to try to frame it in the sense of actually fencing a bout. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do a small step, lunge, release, then I'm going to extend, parry. Oh, don't knock your back anymore. I don't know my own power. Okay, so one more time. I'm going to step in, lunge, release, hit again, and then close out. Okay, number 8, distance check. For this one, it's really helpful for you to measure off 13 feet, so that, because 13 feet is about the measurement of between 2 guard lines. So if you know that, then you can guess about how far away, how many steps you have to take of somebody to know how far away somebody can be when you hit. Okay, so from here, you're just going to use that handle as a place for you to remember to lunge. So I'm fencing, I get here. I want my blade in place when I get right there. Okay, one more time. I'm fencing. Here, I'm going to have my point in place. And then from right here, I should be able to lunge and hit. Nice and relaxed. I should glide it in. Make sure that I'm using my foot, so I'm kicking nice and balanced to hit. Okay, so that's distance check drills. Just working on distance and balance and making sure your shoulders are above your hips and using the vacuum as a measurement. Okay, all right, passing riposte. I love this one. Okay, come over here. All right, I just put another vacuum on the back so I didn't have to drag the other one around, okay? So this is for when you're fencing and somebody likes to flush and they keep going past you and over again and wrecking the whole fencing action. We're gonna teach them not to do that by hitting them over and over again when they do that, or they can just do it all 15 touches. It's okay with me. Okay, so I'm gonna get on guard. I'm gonna move this up just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna be sort of parallel to Ralph, okay? I can maybe try it like this, a little bit more in front of Ralph. I can try it a little bit more from behind. I can move around to figure it out, okay? Then I'm gonna take my parry, and then I'm gonna do the riposte as I step. Okay? The first time I do it, I might look at it every time I hit it, and then eventually, because it happens so fast in a bout, do the no look, like close your eyes or just try not to look when you're doing it. because when it happens for real, you can't see it happening. Okay, so it just needs to be like a reflex that happens, a response that happens automatically. Okay, and then number 10. Who doesn't try this all day long? I don't know. Move your vacuum a little closer. Okay, once again, this is an infighting drill. You can do it here, you can do it here, you can do it here, you can do it here. Play around with it. Okay, so you're going to be on guard, come up underneath, parry, around the head and hit. Okay, get your hand out of the way. You know, a good tip from a referee, that's me, is as a referee, if I can see your arm, then I know it's not covering. That's just a tip, okay? So when you're doing it, come around, parry 6, hit, okay? Once again, try to do the no look. Eventually work up to it. Check around before you do this drill. You're all over the place with your point here. Stay down on guard, make it nice and level. Okay, bonus drill. Everyone that wants to be like Miles, I know everyone does because he's just like a fencing superstar. Okay, bonus, parry 4, down, around, and hit. Okay, once again, no looky. That's what you're trying to do. You're eventually working up to it without having to look, okay? Keep in mind that you're gonna have a body cord and a reel right there. So if you're tall, you're gonna have to go over your reel. If you're short like me, I go under the reel line to hit, okay? All right, now, great job. Way to do all your drills. If you did it right, it's like 160, 170 drills. You want to try to do around 100 lunges or 100 offensive actions a day. When you're done, you know what? It's time to make your mom so happy with the finale drill. Advance, advance, lunge, change lines. Advance, advance, lunge, change lines. Oh, you better do that again because you have to go hand first. Lunge, back. Lunge, back. Happy fencing.